Most people have forgotten what it's like to carry a dedicated camera that actually fits in a jeans pocket. But this little silver machine is a sharp reminder of why that matters. It's not trying to be a professional DSLR, and it doesn't pretend to have a massive sensor that swallows light in the dark. Instead, it focuses on being the ultimate travel companion. The first thing that hits you is the sheer reach of that lens. Getting a 20x optical zoom into a frame, this slim is honestly impressive. You can go from a wide-angle landscape shot to picking out details on a building across the street without moving an inch. That lake of glass does a lot of the heavy lifting here, keeping things crisp even when you're pushed out to that 480 equivalent. Now, here is the thing about these compacts. They can be a bit finicky with stabilization, but the hybrid system here is surprisingly capable. It keeps the frame steady enough that you aren't constantly fighting blur, which is a relief when you're zoomed all the way in. The touchscreen is another highlight. It's responsive, and being able to tap to focus or snap a shot feels much more intuitive than digging through physical menus. It's snappy too. You can fire off 10 frames a second, which is great for catching a quick moment before it disappears. The video quality is solid for 1080p, and having that dedicated button means you aren't fumbling around when something interesting happens. It's not going to replace a cinema rig, but for capturing memories on a trip or just documenting life, it's more than enough. The colors are punchy, and the Venus engine processor keeps the noise down reasonably well, provided you aren't pushing the ISO into the stratosphere. Of course, it isn't perfect. Like most cameras in this class, it can struggle a bit when the sun goes down and the light gets thin. You'll notice some grain creeping in, and the autofocus might hunt for a second longer than you'd like in dim rooms. It's a trade-off for the size, really. You're getting portability and a massive zoom range, but you're sacrificing that low-light performance you'd get from a much larger, heavier sensor. Also, while the Wi-Fi connectivity is a nice touch for moving photos to a phone, the setup process can be a little clunky compared to the seamless stuff we see today. It's a bit of a relic in that specific regard. But look, if the goal is to have something that lives in a bag or a jacket pocket, ready to grab a shot that a phone just can't reach, this thing is a total workhorse. It feels sturdy, it's incredibly versatile, and it handles the basics with a level of polish that makes it a joy to use. It's a classic piece of tech that proves you don't always need a massive kit to get the job done. If you value convenience and reach over absolute low-light perfection, this is a really smart pick.
Check out the video description for updated price. And thank you for watching this video.